Well, you're still watching Breakfast Central on News Central. Still sticking with stories in Nigeria. And at this time, it concerns the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. Now, the Governors Forum says that Nigeria must embrace restructuring to survive. Now, the chairman of the forum, Aminu Tambuwal, who said this during a two-day event for the PDP National Working Committee members-elect in Abuja, maintained that President Muhammadu Buhari-led government has failed to live up to the expectations of the masses in the past 6 years.
This is even as he accused the current administration of failing to take the country to the heights expected by Nigerians, adding that as a result, the PDP must strategize to take over in 2023. We are now joined by Nkwaba Chika Nkwaba. He is the Publicity Secretary for PDP in Ebonyi State. Welcome to the program, Nwaba. Thank you for joining. Now, let me start by this, How has PDP really fared in Ebonyi State till date, considering how prominent politicians, including state governors, have been defecting in the southeast to the ruling party?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me this morning. When you talk about Ebonyi State, one thing has to come into your mind, and that fact is that Ebonyi is a PDP state. Ebonyi has never been a PDP state since 1999, and this fact remains.
All right, so while we'll try to have a clear, seamless conversation between ourselves and Chika Nwaba Chika, who's the publicity secretary for the PDP in Ebonyi State, we're talking about the story where following the PDP's working committee out there in Abuja saying that, Nigeria needs to embrace reconstructuring, perhaps that would not continue to survive under this APC government.
Now, let's also, in addition to that, Lisa, in the papers just this morning already from Daily Trust, where it came from PDP governors. Now, it says Nigerians can survive 4 more years under APC. Lisa, PDP, are they not the same people who just left the seat now for APC many years ago? Was PDP not the party ruling Nigeria for almost 16 years?
Yeah.
Were they not the same political party? How was the country when they were in charge?
I think also the bigger question, and hopefully we can get Nwaba Chika back on the line with us. How has the PDP, and every Nigerian, even perhaps other Africans who want to ask, how has the PDP fared as an opposition since leaving power in 2015?
Lisa.
Because it's one thing to be an incumbent and another thing to be an opposition. Many will say the PDP has not done enough to really challenge the incumbent APC. Maybe out of this one coming from Tambuwal and the members-elect National Working Committee in Abuja, or two-day event for the PDP. Perhaps it might be an upturn. Or is it a case of too little, too late? Well, you're still watching Breakfast Central, and we're looking still to have the man from PDP, Publicity Secretary in Ebonyi State, Nwaba Chika Nwaba, to even tell us perhaps what the PDP plans to do if it looks to perhaps get power off the ruling party APC. So far, so good, Oluchi. The APC might be on automatic cruise control for 2023.
Cruise control, I like that word, cruise control. A lot of people have come out to even question the integrity of the two major political parties in Nigeria. We're looking at PDP. Let's not forget, a lot of people have left that party. They've moved on to APC. And some people have actually left APC and they've moved back to PDP. So it seems like it's the same carcass in both parties. All right,
Chika Nwaba Chika is still with us. He's the Publicity Secretary for PDP in Ebonyi State. Chika, welcome back to the program. But we were just talking about this recent one from Tambuwal and your party in Abuja, telling Nigerians to embrace, reconstructing. Well, many Nigerians would need to ask that question about truly how the PDP fared as the opposition, looking that many from your party have defected, even within the southeast region there, to the APC, the ruling party.
So much. I'm sorry for the break in transmission. Just as I was telling you before the break occurred, Ebonyi, let me start with Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State has never ceased to be a PDP state since 1999. And I can tell you that it was only one person that left Ebonyi PDP, and that person is the governor. So Ebonyi, just as I told you the other time, Ebonyi has 6 national House of Representatives seats. Now, out of the 6, 5 of them that were elected under the PDP in 2000 and 2019, 5 of them are still in PDP. Out of the 3 senatorial zones, PDP has not lost any. So PDP still has a full house in Ebonyi. And many people have left the Ebonyi state government and returned to the PDP. So PDP is more like a ruling party in Ebonyi state. So we don't have any problem. In terms of other people leaving the party for another party in the southeast, you just heard what happened in Anambra the other day. Someone, a House of Assembly member, left our party and joined APC, just to take money from the APC at the just concluded state governorship election. So the man is back. So PDP in Ebonyi State and PDP in the southeast still has full house. So we don't have anything to fear for. So apart from the Ebonyi State that lost to APC, I don't think there has been any major defection from the party into another political party in the southeast. So PDP does not have anything to, we still maintain a very full house, and there is nothing to fear for that.
All right. So, now, Chika, just as you said, a number of people have moved from one party to the other. But there's a school of thought that actually believe that the Southeast deserves to produce the next president come 2023. Do you subscribe to this?
Yes, I fully subscribe to it because Southeast, since 1999, that Southeast, that PDP came to power. So Southeast have been playing a very strategic ensuring that PDP maintained presidential seat. And apart from that, Southeast formed, greater percentage of the forces that formed PDP. I'm not talking about my own political party. Came from the Southeast. So it was by event, it was by fate that Southeast could not present to Nigerians a PDP president. So this is the time for PDP to give a Southeasterner its ticket. It is overdue. We are ripe for it, and we have what it takes to reposition this country. So if the two political parties now give their presidential nominations, to the Southeast, I think it will go a long way to douse the attention that has been occasioned by these denials. So it is long overdue. It shouldn't be a thing of debate. PDP, APC, all other political parties should think Southeast. Southeast has been contributing to the development, infrastructural development, business development, everything that has to do with our country, Nigeria. Southeast has been one of the strongest forces, sustaining Nigeria.
All right.
It is time. It is time to give us what belongs to us so that we will reposition this country.
All right, Chika, you're talking about Southeast tickets for presidency, perhaps, and I'm sure you want to mean even within the PDP. Now, but Chika, it does seem that the PDP itself is still having internal crisis. But looking at this recent forum in Abuja, where Tambuwal, who was the chairman, saying that Nigeria must embrace reconstructing and saying that the APC government led by Buhari has failed to live up to the expectation. But how does your party, PDP, intend to resolve this in order to stand any chance for 2023, whether it's Southeast ticket or not? 2023 for PDP, where do you guys go from there?
Okay, let me start by putting you right. We don't have a crisis in PDP. PDP, we have never had it since 2019. So it is not now that we just came out of our national convention that has been urged to be the bet since 1999 that we are going to have internal crisis. Internal crisis. It should be APC. If you had referred to APC as having internal crisis, that would have been better. So just as Governor Tambuwal said yesterday and was concurred, the country needs to go into regional system of government.
Right.
Thank
you so much for your time. Wamba Chika Wamba, the publicity secretary for PDP, the People's Democratic Party in Ebonyi State. We appreciate your time on the program.